Hey guys, I'm Mark from Whitebox. We're going to have a look through the van today to kind of see some of the stuff we can do, some of the boxes, and show you how some of the components kind of fit in to give you an idea of sizes. So let's take a look in the van, see what we can do. This is our working demo van, so not only is it to show off the product, we actually use it on a daily basis for our fleet repairs and also for our installations. Now the first thing I'm going to show you is the Sortimo fold-out bench with vise. It isn't for everyone really. It's great for us when we're doing repairs or when we need to bend some brackets and stuff for our installations. So this is bolted to the racking. It's very secure on the wall. It's nicely tucked out the way here. It doesn't take up a lot of space when it's in the stowed position. So we can just pull this down, and there we've got the bench and a working vise, which we can extend stuff out past the side of the van if you needed longer stuff. This is for sort of medium light duty work. There is a version available with a leg for more heavy duty stuff like hydraulic rams, etc. But it really is a good space saver and it's still very strong. Next we're going to go on to some of the sorting cases and show you what we can get into them. So firstly we have the Sortimo t-boxx. This is on a slide out tray. You can have these just fitting into the racking, but the great thing about the slide out tray, you can pull the t-boxx out, open it up and still access all the components in there. In here we can put bolts, nuts, all sorts of little products. There's various containers. We got blue, green and yellow in here, and we'll show you some of the other boxes. They've got some smaller components in there as well. You can also take these out of the vehicle, hold it upright, and all the components will stay in there without getting mixed up. So it's great if you want to carry stuff onto site. In this case we have some smaller components and we've got the yellow trays. I carry a lot of fuses in here for some of our electrical installations. I've also got some plugs, some tape, stuff like that. So it just gives you an idea of what you can get in here. And another electrical box, we got the larger green compartment, some smaller reds, and also we got our electrical connectors in these yellows. And you can also take these out as well. So if you're using a lot of one connector, like I sometimes do, I can just take that one out rather than the whole box, take it onto the job I'm working on. And they slide away and lock in and they're not going anywhere. So here we have the l-boxx 238. Now these are locked into place, so when you go around the corner they don't all come falling out. They're nice and easy to lift. And inside here I've got my drills, battery grinder. You can get foam inserts for these as well in different compartment boxes. So it's really good if you want to kind of keep everything in place. But I find actually for me, I can just put them in there, not chuck them in, and the foam lid sort of stops everything rattling about. The next one is the Sortimo l-boxx 136. Now all the Sortimo l-boxxes and Bosch Professional boxes stack together. So it means you can stack as many as you can carry together and be able to carry them onto site without keep coming back to the van every time. Because what you don't want to do is be working up 3 flights of stairs, coming back for a drill, coming back for nuts and bolts, screws, pipe fittings, electrical connections. Now this one has got various compartments in it, so I can put some longer items, again nuts and bolts and brackets. And these quite neatly slide back into the racking, and they're not all going to come tumbling out when we go around the next corner. Okay, here we have the m-boxx. Now I like these. I keep this one empty. This is great for kind of chucking a few bits in that you might have that don't have specific homes or cases in there and carrying them onto site. So if you're kind of walking backwards and forwards to the van, you might be taking some hand tools that don't have their own box. It's great to have one of these to just chuck them in and then bring it back to the van rather than trying to carry handfuls of equipment. So next we have the lt-boxx. Now this is a bit like the m-boxx. It's open at the top, so great for chucking stuff in, but it's also stackable with the l-boxxes, so you could carry multiples of these or carry it in combination with another l-boxx. And then lastly here we have an m-boxx with a lid. So it's exactly the same as the m-boxx, but it has a lid. So this can keep stuff in there more secure. You can carry it in. When you've got it like this, you can't easily open the top, ensuring stuff's not going to fall out. And finally on the boxes, on the top row of this, we have the s-boxx. Here we have the s-boxx wide, which is basically 2 wide of one of these, and then the standard s-boxx. Now in here, these are great for carrying all the other bits that don't really have a home, and you can fit 1, 2, 3, 4 dividers in here if you need to. On the s-boxx wide, again, great for carrying some of the larger items, and again 1, 2, 3, 4 dividers if you need to. So there's normally 2 options at the bottom of the racking where the wheel arch is. To maximise that space, you can either have just an open area here where you can stow some stuff, or you can have a lift up flat, which is great for hiding those more unsightly items and especially stop stuff rolling all about in the van. So in here we've got some bars, jacks, and some of the waterproofs, so they're nicely stowed out the way. So again, you've got this nice clear floor space in the middle. When we designed this van, we had to take in a few considerations, like we do with any customer. One of them was carrying oil for our fleet work. We needed to make this height specific for 20-litre oil cans, so we measured the height of the can and made sure they would fit nicely under here, and then we got a strap to stop them sliding out. On the next shelf, this was specifically designed to take 5-litre cans, so you can see they nicely fit in there, easy to take out. It's also got a drop-down flap, so it enables you to take out these boxes or easily access some of the other equipment. We've also got here the e-boxx, which is great for stowing items, especially stuff like oils for me, because if they leak, they're only going to leak into here and not all over the van. Here we've got one of our low fronted shelves with dividers. These, you can put as many of these dividers in as you need, and they can be spaced accordingly. And up the top we have one of our deeper shelves, great for taking chunkier items, making sure they don't spill out all over the floor. This is our Whitebox Workmo unit. Now the great thing about these is they're strapped into the van, so they're not a permanent fixture. So if you need more space, or you need to be able to take what you've got in the van onto site for longer periods of time, then these are a really good solution. They sit into the floor cups, they're strapped in, and we use this as a toolbox in the van. You can also get these with l-boxxes, t-boxxes. Best thing to do, look on the website, see what combination works best for you. You can also stack them together, so if you could have 2 smaller ones on top, it makes a great tool chest. So there's a huge range of accessories that can go onto the end of the racking units, trying to maximise the space. So we got here some pockets to put where we got sprays and lubricants, a towel holder, and a pocket which you can put various equipment in or paperwork. We've also in this van installed a 240 volt system with the electrics, a battery meter, and extra interior lights. A great addition to our racking is having this cupboard. If you've got items that just don't fit anywhere else, you can just put them in here. We've got cables, some spare fuses, stuff like that. It just stops it rolling about all over the floor, makes it look a lot neater as well. This is the 12mm Soberflex pre-cut floor. This is essential to make sure that the racking stands up to the crash test guarantee. So one of the great systems we have here is the ProSafe rail and ProSafe floor rail. Now if you're carrying items, boilers, other large items that you don't want rolling about in the van, these will allow you to easily strap stuff down. So we've got a rail going across here. We can go diagonally to the floor here. If you've got stuff that's just on the floor, you can strap it down like that. Or if you've got some taller items, you can strap them around like that. So it really stops the stuff rolling about, bashing up the racking, bashing up the inside of the van. Did you know that if you get the racking installed by us, a Sortimo partner, you'll get a 3-year warranty. If you choose to self-install, you only get a 1-year warranty, but there's a great YouTube video with some hints and tips. Check it out at a link below.